Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Moose Franchise. So we are 4-4 here in Season 2, and we're about to play game number 9 of the season against the B-Wolves, who are 3-5. Now, we're actually not going to play that game. That is going to be one of the games we sim, and we're going to do quite a bit of simming in this video, because we're not going to play the B-Wolves, we're not going to play the Buzzards. We could play the Originators, and I do want to have a chance to play with Raw Strikes. He's the only starter we haven't used yet this season, like when we physically played a game. So I do want to get a chance to play him, although we've already played a game against the Originators in game number 1. We won 9-4. So I'm not sure we're going to play that game either. Maybe we'll play the Throwers or one of these games against Saltteeth, or maybe even the Joyriders, who knows. But we're just going to see how it goes, and we're going to start off and sim this first game against the B-Wolves, and we should be able to beat them. I mean, they're not great. I think we should be able to get the win. One thing I always do forget is you can adjust the lineup for the sim games. You just have to edit the lineup like you would do and just not hit play ball, just go back and sim. But that is what our lineup will look like, not going to change it at all. And hopefully that lineup can score some runs and give us a win. Alright. Nice 5-0 shutout. I'll take that. As we improve to 5-4. We've got some CPU games to sim. We'll skip all those. And then our next game is against the Buzzards. Again, we'll check our lineup. Rock Casey's up to on fire. He's hitting .395 with 4 homers, 9 RBIs in 9 games so far. It's pretty good. But this is another game we have to have the pitcher hit. Maybe we will play one of these games where we have to have the pitcher hit. But I think we're still going to sim this game against the Buzzards. Their pitcher is locked in. Round and Canada has not been too great to start the year, ERA over 16. But again, we're going to sim this game and hope for the best. 3-2. Low scoring games. The pitching wasn't a problem. This time it was the offense that wasn't too great. And we're back to 500 on the season. And now we've got your team's CRT TV is making a weird high-pitched ringing sound. Again, who's going to fix it? And of course, it's got to be 2 elite players. We'll go Jared Payne's got to fix it. And we've been invited to a LAN party who we're bringing as our +1. We'll go Rihanna and Cannon just because that loyalty's pretty low. And we will also check this news tab. We've got a player development opportunity for Pedro Nixon. Nacho Crisp switched workout routines and it did not pay off. His power goes down by 4. And he goes from 69 power to 65, from a B+ to a B. Well, I think we just saw Nacho Crisp gain 4 power. Somewhere. It was 2 power. Because he squeezed a whole can of spinach into his mouth. That was last video. But there's that. Let's see, where were we? Here we are. And then just the news of the manager moments. We'll check development. I don't think we can afford anything. We can afford this for Jackson Wilkinson, but not going to buy that right now. We'll continue to save our development funds. And again, we've got some CPU games to sim, and we'll just skip all those. So now the Originators, we've already played them. It would give us the opportunity to play with Raw Strikes. Rock Casey's also jacked. I have no idea how he's jacked, but it is so hard to get somebody jacked, so maybe we'll play this game. Although, of course, Rock Casey's jacked, and Rip Dingers is rattled. He had such a good start to the year. And, I guess not anymore. He's still hitting .333, but I guess he's been ice cold lately. But we've already played the Originators. Let's view the rest of our schedule. It would be the Joyriders the next time we'd have Strikes on the mound. Our next 2 games are against the Throwers and Saltteeth. So let's just check to see how good they are. The Throwers are 2-8, the Saltteeth 3-7, so not much better. So we will play this game against the Originators. We'll see what Raw Strikes can do. He's got an ERA of 0 so far in his first 2 starts. Hopefully he can keep that up. we'll get the opportunity to play with Rock Casey, who is jacked. Rip Dingers is tense. I might give him the day off, but he's also really good. We'll just bump him down in the order a little bit, but he's still going to play for us. And I don't know why they've got Roman Rhodes in there. I guess we actually left him in there. But Nixon will catch, and we got strikes on the mound, and that's what the lineup will look like, and hopefully we can get the win and get back up to over 500 on the year. Oh, and one more thing before we start. Ego going to go up to 73, because we won the last game we played. Up 2 for a win, down 1 for a loss. So this game will be played on Ego 73. So we're on the road here. Kingsley Jones leads off. And his first pitch is a strike on the corner. That one's low. 101 from their pitcher. That's too high. Make it 2-1. There's a strike at the knees. And it's now 2-2. Oh, Jones behind the fastball, and he strikes out. Can't catch up to 100 miles an hour. And there's the first out of the game. Christian taps one softly to first. And there is the second out. And here is Rock Casey, who is jacked. And Casey fouls one off. Again, a little bit late in my timing. Man, behind it again. I'm really going to hurry it up here. That one, too early on. It's fouled off. Casey punches it foul again. Timing's all over the place right now. And that's inside. 1-2 to Casey. Did not really want to swing at that, but luckily gets a piece. And Casey, that's going to get through for a hit. Our first hit of the game. Rock Casey continues to be unstoppable, I guess. And he's on first. Now here's Perry Quaker. And Quaker behind the screwball. Okay, that was my bad. And Quaker pops it up very high, but that's foul. And we'll go out of play. Quaker lifts one in the air, center field fairly deep. But their center fielder going to make the play for the third out. So here is Raw Strikes on the mound. Wonder if we can view his stats from here. We can. Raw Strikes, 2 starts. Is not allowed to run 11 innings. 11 scoreless to start the year. He struck out 8. Allowing an opponent batting average of 214. So he's gone off to a great start. And hopefully that continues. Oh, that was terrible. That one's fouled off. Changeup misses inside. It's fouled off. Try a slider away. See if we can get him to chase. Wow, that's a tough pitch to take right there. But he's able to lay off. We'll go with the 3-2 changeup. Oh, no. That is right down the middle. And he shoots it right back up the middle for a leadoff single. Yeah, definitely not where I wanted that pitch. We can attack this guy with the first pitch prayer trait. And he fouls it off. Opportunity for double play here. Neither guy in the guy in the bases nor this guy at the plate very fast. Oh, just missed. That's fouled off. Try a back foot slider. Got him! Let's go. Strikeout for strikes. And here is Willie Mays. He is locked in and a fastball hitter, so want to be careful with him. First pitch outside. We'll throw him a fastball here, and that's also outside. Try to drop in a curveball. Fouls off. Missed my spot. Dingers can't get there. Passed his glove down the line to left. And a single for Willie Mays. And they've got 2 on here in the first. And his mojo goes up now to on fire. Okay, definitely not ideal. That's a nice pitch. Again, double play, still a possibility. And there's a double play ball. Right on the ground, not so crisp. Casey on to first. There's the double play, and we're out of the inning. Let's go. And here is Not So Crisp, the guy who started the double play. Man, I need to fix my timing. I don't know how I'm so late and everything. That's inside. Man, wait again. 1 and 2. That's fouled off. And that's down the line. Oh, just foul. That's down the other line. Also foul. And it's still 1 and 2. That's inside. 2-2. It's outside. 3 and 2. And that's softly grounded to first. Ernie Banks will put it away for the first out. So a decent at bat. And here is Rip Dingers. And Dingers, again, hits one to first for the second out. As his slump continues. And now Swiner grounds one foul. It's outside. 1-1 here to Swiner. That's not good. And he strikes out. Yeah, that's not very good on my part. So here is Johnny Bench. And the first pitch is in the dirt. There's a strike. And that one's right back up the middle. Kind of got the slider where I wanted it. More on the outside corner. Although that probably caught too much to the plate. Way too much to the plate. That caught too much to the plate as well. And that's whiffed in the air. Is that gone? Swiner can't make the play. I don't know if I needed to jump there, but he knocks it down. Maybe it prevents a homer. That seems like it's very short down the line. And that one's into left as well. Swiner is there. And we'll get it in, holding him to a single and holding the runner at third. So bases loaded, nobody out. And man, this is not a good spot to be in. First pitch there misses. It's also low. That drops in for a strike. Swing and miss. Big swing and miss right there. Try the slider away. Just gets a piece. Takes the high fastball and it's 3 and 2. That one on the ground and through into right. 1 run will score. And again, they'll hold him at third. So they go station to station. And strikes Gauss his first run of the year. And we're down 1-0. Hit foul. Fouled off again. Can we get him to chase with the high fastball? That's too far out. Popped up foul again. Again fouled off. Let's see if we can bury the back foot slider. It's too low. Full count. On the ground. That's a double play ball. I'll take that. We'll trade 2 outs for a run. And we get 2 outs there. That's 2 big outs here in the second. They do score 2, or now 2 in the inning. As they score another there. But I'll gladly take the double play right there. And now ahead here 0-2. High fastball. Misses. Let's try the curveball off the high fastball. Oh no. Alright, he's staying at third. But he didn't swing at the curveball. So let's go back to the high fastball on 2-2. Got him! Let's go! A strikeout for strikes. He allows 2, but we get out of it. Could have been a lot worse, considering his bases loaded, nobody out. As that one curves in for a strike. Just clipping the corner. What am I doing swinging at that? And behind the count 0-2. And Nixon hits one into center. That'll get down for a hit. in front of Willie Mays. And a leadoff hit here in the third. Here's Stallion Johnson. There's a strike on the corner. Nasty screwball. And Johnson hits one through. First and second, nobody out. And hopefully we can get these runs right back here in the third. As here is Kingsley Jones. As he takes outside. And that's ground. Oh, no. That's going to be two, as Jones can't beat that out. And we go from first and second, nobody out, to runner on third, 2 outs. For Jada Christian. A little bit low. There's a strike. Just nasty pitch. And we're down 1-2. Fouled off again. Another foul ball. Lifted in the air, right field, and going to be a routine fly ball for the right fielder, and that ends our threat in the third. So we can't get the runs back, and we're still down 2-0. As we go to the bottom of the third. Double up on the fastball, and a grounder to Nacho Crisp for the first out. So here's Willie Mays. Going to be very careful with him here. Try a front door curveball. Misses inside. That missed as well. Gonna throw him a fastball here. Try to locate it. That's like the perfect pitch right there. We'll try the changeup off that. It's fouled off. Now we can go to the slider off that. Checks the swing. And it's 3-2. Again, we're going to try the 3-2 changeup. That's a good spot for it. And he got him out in front. Third strikeout of the day for all strikes. Averaging 1 an inning. As we get Willie Mays. As Matthews fouls it off here. He's also an easy target, giving us plus 15 accuracy for the at-bat. Fouls that one off as well. Try the fastball up high. That one he doesn't offer at either. Go back to the changeup away. Fouled off. Got the slider inside. Fouled off again. Let's try a backdoor slider and see if we can drop it in there. Instead, I'll tap it right back to strikes. And that'll end the inning here in the third. Best inning yet. 4 raw strikes. And here is Rock Casey, who is jacked. Oh, man. Thought that curved inside. Whips the corner. Make it 1-1. 2-1. Oh, man. Again, I do not like those pitches on that corner. Just impossible to hit. Protecting there, we fouled off. 2-2. 3-2. Full count to Casey. And that's not even close. There's ball 4. So we work a leadoff walk. And that brings up Perry Quaker. He takes a strike on the inside corner. That one, same spot, but behind the fastball. And now Quaker hits one in the air, center field. Their center fielder is there to make the play, and Casey goes back to first. So here is Nacho Crisp. And he takes inside. Behind the fastball. Man, it is hard to catch up to 99. Fouled off right there. Now 1-2. 2-2 as that misses high. And another foul ball for Nacho Crisp. Another foul ball. That time they go with the changeup up in the zone. Oh, man. We stare at the fastball, call it strike 3. Man, that just barely clipped the zone. And Nacho Crisp down on strikes. Now Dingers hits one softly. That's through for a hit. It's hit soft enough, you know what, we're not going to test the arm. Because it was pretty good. So Casey dives back into second. And 2 on, 2 out for Swanner. That misses inside. That's low. 2-0 to Swanner. And now Swanner right back up the middle. We're not going to test the arm for Willie Mays. Because it is good. But bases loaded, 2 outs. For Pedro Nixon. That one's inside. Wow, that just missed. And Nixon rips it foul. Man, that caught the zone. 1 and 2. Chased it, and we're down on strikes. Thought that was going to be a strike. Instead, we're behind the fastball, and it's not a strike. And we strand the bases loaded. Go foul. Just barely, thank you. Man, this stadium does not feel very big. That's a really good pitch on the corner. Let's elevate the fastball off. Oh no, that's too low. Alright, he'll foul it off. Foul it off again. Man, there's been a ton of foul balls hit in this game. For both teams. Man, he gets a piece again. Let's elevate the fastball again. Takes it. Curveball down. Another foul ball. Down the line. Dingers can't get there. And that one gonna get to the wall. Swanner can't play it correctly. But we will still hold him to a single. Definitely probably could have gotten to second. Although, not the greatest speed in the world, so didn't want to take any chances, so it makes sense for them. Their team overall does not seem that fast, although we do have one of their faster guys at the plate right now. Dingers knocks it down. We'll just take the out at first. And we can't get that. Wow. Definitely thought we'd be able to get that. I know the speed's not terrible, but thought we would have enough time. But now 2 on, nobody out for Dave Parker, the right fielder. Oh, no. That was destroyed. Yeah, I should not have thrown a fastball right down the middle. As they send it 454 feet. It's his first homer, 8th RBI, and we're now down 5-0. Yeah, that's not good, considering we have 5 hits in the game. Not good. Johnson, make the play right there. There's a strike. Double up on that. Fouled off. We'll come inside with the slider. That's not inside. Let's try that again. Still not inside. High fastball. Popped up. Dingers has space. And he'll put it away for the second out. There's a lot of foul territory in this stadium. Try slider away for the first pitch. Misses outside. Oh no, is that gone again? That's hit pretty well. Center field, Christian. Wow, that's gone. I did not think it was going to go. But playing in a very small ballpark, 412 feet. I noticed the sign just said 386 to right center, which is very small. But another homer, and we're now down 6-0. Why couldn't we get that the last time? A soft-wired Nacho Crisp. So now we've allowed 10 hits and 6 runs in 4 innings. And we're going to get the offense going. That'll work. Stanley and Johnson has his second hit of the day. As he leads off the single with leads off the fifth with a single. And here's Kingsley Jones. Swing and a miss there. That's too high. 1-1 here to Jones. And that's one. That's a double play. Man, of course when we get somebody on, we can't do anything with it. So Christian takes the outside. That one, front door slider. It's fouled off. 1 and 2. 2 and 2. Outside, make it 3 and 2. And there's ball 4 to Christian. So put some good speed on the bases with 2 outs for Rock Casey. And we've got a pitching change. They take this guy out and bring in Roman Lozano, who's on fire and has been great so far, although luckily does have 2 negative traits. McKay Neglector and Surrounded, although neither in play right now. First pitch, a great pitch right there. Did not really want to swing at that, but swung anyway. And a high pop up to right field. And Casey is finally retired. He's still jacked? No, he's down to on fire. So it is impossible to get somebody to jack, because the second they make it out, they're back down to on fire. So, it's tough. Strikes, 78 pitches, 4 innings. We'll keep him in for now. Obviously, if we get into trouble, we'll take him out. Maybe could have made a pitching change last inning, but I felt pretty good about where we were. Still in the 4th inning. But obviously, allowed some runs. Would be great if we can throw some strikes here. There's one. And that is a soft grounder to Jones off the end of the bat. And there's the first out. Here's another grounder to that side of the infield. This time Rock Casey. His throw on to first gets him. And here is Johnny Bench. And that one lifted down the line. Swanner is there. And he'll make the play. I think it says that's 313 down the line, but I couldn't really tell. Yeah, that's a very small ballpark. Quaker takes high. And now I do not like these front door cutters. There's another one. And Quaker hits one pretty hard, but grounds out to second. Here's Not So Crisp. And he hits one in the air very deep. That is gone, and we're on the board. Not So Crisp hits one into the bullpen. And we get a run back. Can need a lot more of those, but he hits one 406 feet. His second homer of the year, and it's 6-1. Now here is Rip Dingers. Takes a strike at the knees. Way too high. 1-1. Another front door cutter. Dingers, oh man, he popped it up. The good one's a hit. But just got under it a little too much. And there's the second out. Yeah, that's a great pitch to hit, especially for Rip Dingers with the low pitch trait, but just missed it. There's a strike. Another cutter. And don't really know why I'm swinging at that, but a soft grounder. The second ends the inning. We get a run back. That's the good news. Bad news, we're still down by 5. And we got the bottom of the order up here. We'll keep in raw strikes. And again, if we get into trouble, we'll take him out. Oh, no. Alright. Soft pop-up. Nixon is there. Makes the play. That could have been a lot worse with the hanging slider, but thankfully they don't do anything with it. So here's Dave Parker. He homered before. Hopefully we can avoid having that result happen again. And we will avoid another homer. And Jones flips strikes for the out. And here's Ernie Banks. Jones can't get to that one. And it's into right. So a 2-out single for them. We're going to keep in raw strikes. throwing his 93rd pitch. And that is a really nice pitch. Change up off that. Too high. A called strike 3. And we're out of the inning. Back-to-back really nice innings for all strikes in the 5th and the 6th. And that'll probably be the end of his day. Now we got to get some runs back. Not going to get runs back by doing that. Another ground out to second. Johnson fouls it off. Does have 2 singles in the game. Make it 3 singles. Another one right back up the middle. So we can get some guys on base. Now we just got to do something with these guys on base. And hopefully Kingsley Jones does something besides making out. And that is not going to get down. I thought that was going to get down, but the right fielder Parker can get over there to make the play. And here's Jada Christian. Another front door cutter for a strike. That one's too high. 1-1. And down the line, foul. 1-2 to Christian. And Christian, I missed that one. Popped up right field, and that ends the inning. So Raw strikes throw 94 pitches. 6 runs. Not his best game, but that is where his day is going to end. We also got the top of the order up for the originators. So we're going to make the pitching change. The question is who. Best is very tired. It's going to be Reardon or Wilkinson. We'll go Wilkinson for now. I know he's tense, but hopefully we can get that up. And he can get some outs. And he'll get one right there on his first pitch. Not so Chris going to get there. And 2 outs on 2 pitches for Jackson Wilkinson. And just like that, his mojo is back up to neutral. As William Mays watches the slider, missed the zone. And now he lifts the slider very high in the air, pretty deep to center. But Christian is there to make the play. And a very quick 7th inning for Jackson Wilkinson. And they're going to bring their closer in to face 3, 4, and 5 in our order. And hopefully we can get some hits off him. Because that time they go for the front door slider, but misses inside. It is interesting to see them bring their closer in for the 8th inning. Maybe they're trying to let him get a 6-out save. But also not a safe situation right now. So that wouldn't make any sense. So interesting to see them use their closer now. But hopefully, either way, we get hits off whoever's in the game. That misses high. 2-0 to Casey. There's a strike on the corner. 2-1. And Casey down the line, but grabbed by their third baseman. And Casey not fast enough to beat that out. So here is Perry Quaker. And that's inside. And now Quaker destroys one to center. That is gone. Another solo home run. Gets us 1 run closer. It's now 6-2. As Quaker goes 424 to center for his 2nd homer, 3rd RBI. And again, going to need a lot more of those. But here's Not So Crisp. Did it before, maybe he can do it again. And he cannot. He hits one in the air, but way too high. And in shallow left center, the shortstop drifts back to make the play. So here is Rip Dingers. There's a strike. And Dinger swings and misses on the slider. And another swing and a miss as he strikes out. So Wilkinson threw 4 pitches in the 7th inning. We'll keep him in for the 8th. And his first pitch, a strike. Oh no. Alright, fouled off. Slider inside. Softly hit, Not So Crisp is there. And he makes the play. Good range for Not So Crisp. We saw that the previous inning and on that play as well. That time Not So Crisp can't get to it. And a single. And the mojo goes up as well for Johnny Bench. And he's now on fire. Just what we need. We'll take a double play, although again, this guy is one of their faster players. And we'll get a soft ground ball. We'll just take the out at first. And here's Dave Parker. He's driven in 3 of their 6 runs. Try a backdoor slider. Not quite what I had in mind. There's a strike. Let's elevate the fastball. Got him! Let's go. Wilkinson's been great in his 2 innings. Now we gotta get runs back. We need 4 here to tie the game in the top of the 9th. And a soft ground ball is not going to be a good start to the inning. Here's Pedro Nixon. He takes outside. Man, that was such a good pitch to hit, but I got under it. And we're down to our final out. Yeah, just missed that, but that was right down the middle. Stallion Johnson, do we want to pinch hit? No, Johnson's been good today. We'll keep him in. Wow, that was a low strike. It's outside. 1-1. 2-1. That's also outside. Swing and a miss behind the slider. And that one grabbed by their second baseman on the dive. So we lose 6-2. A very low scoring game for us. I mean, we got 9 hits, just couldn't really do anything with them. And overall, I don't think our pitching was terrible. Obviously, we could have avoided the home runs we allowed, but could have been worse. And just couldn't really do anything with the guys we got on base. Left the bases loaded that time. I think the 3rd or 4th inning really hurt us. And strikes. Takes his first loss of the year. Allows his first 6 runs of the year. Wilkinson was great, but just didn't hit the ball enough. And we end up losing. And we're under 500. Got a manager moment. One of these players will be the cover athlete for Dugout Heroes. Rip Dingers. Just a better player, even though both are B+. Let's see. We didn't order enough hair gel. So if we go by their appearance, it doesn't look like Stallion Johnson uses hair gel. But Stallion Johnson is also just... Where is he? Here he is. He's 22. Strikes is 29, so a 7-year age difference. Yeah, strikes has been good. Johnson was just good in that game, but he doesn't get the gel, because he's probably not going to use it. But again, we got some CPU games to sim. We'll skip those. But despite us being under 500, we are still just half a game back of the Wild Pigs for our division. So it could be a lot worse. The good news is the throwers are not good. We should be able to get back on track here. And we'll sim this game. Forgot to adjust our lineup. And apparently I should have adjusted our lineup. Because again, the offense does nothing. And we're now 5-7. So now we've got 2 players fighting over a gold-trimmed athletic cup we found in the dugout. Who are we going to give it to? We'll give it to the guy who plays catcher. You could probably use that. Again, we got some more CPU games to sim. And now we're a game and a half back. And because we're tied with Saltteeth, we're going to end up playing one of these games. Now with back-to-back against Saltteeth. We'll check out the news tab here. We've got a development opportunity for Jada Christian. The B-Wolves signed one bad player to replace another bad player. Roman Rhodes' muscles seem to be getting bigger at a suspicious rate. He's now got 67 power and goes from a C+ to a B-. A development opportunity for Volt Bolter. And the manager moments we just saw. So we will check player development here. Again, we can't really afford anything. Wow, $12,000 is like the cheapest I've ever seen something, but the guy's 39. It's also just not a great opportunity, so not going to buy that. We can afford this farmhand, and maybe want to develop him a little bit. But we could just decide to save. Christian, we can improve the arm and speed a little bit. We can't afford both of these. You know what? Let's actually buy this Felix farmhand right here. Deep sea fishing, a voyage into the onto the open water, and try to land yourself a whopper. So let's buy that. We'll get +1 junk and accuracy, and a chance at an additional 3 junk and a forkball. He does not get the additional 3 junk, and he does not get the forkball. But it gets his accuracy and junk up by 1, so I don't know, is it worth it doing that? Maybe, but not gonna hurt, because it can't really get that much worse. He caught a few fish, but apparently not enough to get the extra junk or the forkball. But that is where I'm going to cut this video. Not a great showing for us. We're now 5-7, and if we take a look at what we did in this video, we won 5-0, but then we lost 3 straight. And the offense not very good in all 3 games, as we lost the Buzzards 3-2, lost the Originators 6-2, and then Throwers 6-1. So our offense definitely in a bit of a slump right here. Need to break out of that, and hopefully we can do that next video. We're going to play back-to-back games against the Sawteeth, which should be pretty big games, especially considering the standings, how we are currently tied for them, as well as every other team in our division, for 2nd place in our division. But that's going to be big games, and hopefully we can win those, but that will be next video. But yeah, that's where I'm going to cut this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Not a great showing for us. We're now 5-7, but hopefully the video is still entertaining for you guys to watch. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to put this as often as possible. Be sure to check out my main channel, Super Sports Central, link in the description of the video. But that's all for the video. I do my best to put this as often as possible, and I will see you next video.